beginning of this book was some newspaper clippings about various terrible things happening on the river. So it set the tone for this book right away, that the river was dangerous and had some sort of monster in it. And then, later, when Mercy and Adam were just playing in the river, just splashing around, I was on the edge of my seat. Nothing even happened in that scene. They didn't even get attacked by a river monster, and yet it was so suspenseful. Another thing that happened right from the get-go was Mercy and Adam's wedding, which was cute and I liked it. However, one of the through lines of this book was a little bit of relationship drama between them, where Adam is like, "Oh, I don't want you to get into trouble and get hurt," and Mercy is like, "I always get into trouble and get hurt. I'm not gonna stop now." And at first, I was invested in this relationship drama. But after half a book of it, I was just done. Because of course Mercy, the protagonist, is just going to keep getting in trouble and keep getting hurt. And that's just how this works. And Adam should just accept that she's the protagonist and he's not. Like, come on. Because it felt like their fight was a broken record that never really got onto the next track. But honorable mention, fun scene, when Adam got shot and Mercy got to clobber the shooter with the walking stick that showed up just in time. So this book felt like it had a lot more world building than the previous books in the series, because this book explored Mercy's Native American roots, because we knew from the beginning that she was half Native American and that's where she got her coyote shapeshifter powers. And now we get to explore that her father is actually the coyote, the godlike mythical figure in Native American folklore. And on some parts, I really liked it and I thought it was super entertaining. On other parts, I felt like the Native American stories and folklore that were weaved into this often felt more like they were there for the, ooh, cool spectacle, than the actual storytelling merit of including it. Overall, the book did pretty good. That the Native American characters are, in general, well-rounded. The one character that I felt like was the stereotypical medicine man turned out to be another one of the mythical god figures, so I feel like he gets a free pass for being a stereotype, kind of on purpose. And honestly, I loved the character of Coyote, her father. He was so interesting. I loved that he is exactly what he's purported to be, the spirit of chaos and adventure, and you could never quite tell if he actually cared, if they lived or died, or if he was just looking for an adventure, but you felt like in your heart, he did care. And I want so many more stories with Coyote in it. I don't want him in every book, because I feel like that would get over too much, but I do love him and Mercy's relationship. I love that Mercy has yet another parental figure to have to stomp on. So I don't think I can really judge whether this book dealt respectfully or justly or correctly with Native American myths, because that's not my heritage. But I do feel like the author's heart was in the right place. I found this quote from her. "I worried and fretted. Then I decided to do exactly what I've done with Russian, UK, German, and Norwegian, among others, myths, traditions, and histories. I mined the treasure trove of stories, treated them with due respect, but used them in ways that they were never meant to be used. I'm not attempting to preserve culture or record actual events or stories. Instead, I bow my head in gratitude to those storytellers who have gone before and paved a way for me to play in their stomping grounds. Hopefully, though, most people will enjoy their glimpse into the native legends of the Columbia Gorge as much as I enjoyed writing them." And to be fair, yes. And I think overall this was positive representation because of the way now that I think about Coyote stories, that I'm more interested, that I want to learn more, and that I have more respect for this genre of folklore. And this book, it felt like it was about something, that it had more themes than previous Mercy Thompson books. Because there was lots of themes here about taking care of the people you love and the importance of family, both with Mercy and Adam finally officially tying the knot, and with Mercy discovering her father Coyote. And that was kind of wonderful, and I wish that more of these books had the emotional depth and nuance to have themes like that, because I feel like these books are really fun to read, but they're not always saying something.